Hello, hello. Been a hot minute. Oh no, that's what the. I thought that was. Did I drag it? Hang on a minute. There we go. Aye. Been a minute. Been a bit over a week. It was a crazy, crazy week. Lots of stuff happened. I probably won't get into it. But yeah, no. A decent chunk of that was getting dragged into a pal world, kicking and screaming. Legitimately a very solid game. There's some stuff I wish they'd fix. Be really great if I didn't have to constantly swap pals off my base to put them back on because they get stuck in trees and stuff I can't reach to pull them off of, and they fucking starve to death. That's not fun. But you know, I could pretty solid overall. But no, a little hazy in what exactly happened last time, other than the general bullet points. But I believe it primarily consisted of the assault on what is it? Specula Imperatoris. Fordola getting some strange augmentation via the weird biopods. Kryl was involved. For Fordola also shooting down the primary tower of Specula Imperatoris, killing Comrade Kemp, a decent number of the resistance fighters and the Eorzean Alliance members, and, most notably, her own people. Trying to recover from the... Oh, yeah, also, Lise is the leader of the resistance now. We're just gonna... You know, that happened. Recovering from this, we plan a attack on Castrum, Abania. This lovely place, home of this lovely death cannon, as a certain, oh shoot, do we know? Well, we know that, even if the characters don't, as Estinian blew up the cerulean pipe, giving us the opening needed to attack. That's about... obviously, I recall more, but in terms of, like, specifically the context of last stream and a handful of the minutia. But yeah, so... Then I left off right before the dungeon, in fact, needing to simply queue for it, which I probably should have started queuing for it as soon as I changed scene. Oh, that scared me. I fucking queue, first thing I see is wait time, 30 minutes. Would not be surprised. Queuing is DPS, man. Oh, Dawn Trail. But no, yeah, Pal World's been a really good time. I think it falls into some of the same pitfalls and irritations I have with similar games in the same kind of like sphere, like a Valheim, where I find that its resources scale a bit too obnoxiously. Primarily, funnily enough, and the same with Valheim, I think that the amount of metal you need is really obnoxious compared to how easy it is to get and move around. Because even if you, like, max yourself out for carry weight, where I believe... Because I found a guide. Yeah, I have every pal that increases your carry weight, and even then I can only get, like, about, like, 50 ingots worth of ore with every trip. Which, like, don't get me wrong, that's a big number, but you go through it so fast that it just becomes obnoxious as you're trying to make ammo or repair your stuff. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what the solution would be. Maybe it, so, like, because obviously there's like a there's a game balancing concern here, right? But, like, I don't know. Maybe if, like, maybe if the bases shared a inventory, that might resolve it. But then you only have, like, where I'm at right now, 2 bases. So you can't like the feasibility of just setting up your second base for the sole purpose of collecting material. I think a lot of the designs are almost surprisingly endearing, though, and a lot less derivative from Pokemon than I was expecting. Of course, you got a handful of examples where it's like, wow, this is just, bro, can I copy your homework levels of the same? Like, Lavender and, what's its name? The Lizard. I can't remember what, I don't know. I was never a big Pokemon head, so I most of the names escape me. It begins with an S. Hang on a minute. I'm sure that if I look it up, like, it'll be like second response Google Images. I'm impressed. It hasn't shown up. I'm more impressed that it passed NSFW roulette. Let me if I click on this. No luck. Oh well. I could probably have Pal World be my my filler game when I'm queuing for the Evil East raids. It doesn't eat that many resources, but I worry about, funnily enough, change of paradigm. I worry that doing that might stress my GPU too much. So as for the moment, I'm sticking with my Ultra Kill P ranking stuff plan, so that you guys can watch me just fail utterly at Ultra Kill. I've already P ranked all of the. What was that sound? I've already P ranked all of the Layer 1. Right? Is that how it's split up? I forget if a layer is like the levels in each chapter, or if it's the Act 1. I've already P ranked all of Act 1. So it'll be most of Act 2. In fact, the vast majority of Act 2. I still need to P rank. So, including V2. V2 beat the fuck out of me the first time I fought him. So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes me to get a P rank on that. I think I just got to get better at exploiting when he pulls out his coins. Oh, you can't see it because I don't have the right scene up, but I've got. You can probably hear it. I've got I just pulled up Ultra Kill. And frankly speaking, if this queue goes on much longer, we might get started on fucking P ranking early, man. Jesus Christ. Oh. I thought I considered queuing up P rank. Not P rank, Christ alive. I considered queuing up for the dungeon before I even, like, swapped scenes. But, I don't know, man. I know how my luck works, and I know that if I had done that, then it would have popped, like, a minute into fucking booting up stream, so. Wish I had more going on, to be honest. But the long and short of it has just been me running around in oh look, the indies did Pokemon better. It is funny, right? And it will endlessly be funny to me how much better Pal World is, at least conceptually, than something like Legends of Arceus, where it's like you have more money than God. Like, Game Freak literally owns, like, the second most profitable franchise in the world. Because I think, like Hello Kitty's, like, the most, right? At least it was the last time I heard. And they can't be fucked to make good, innovative games in their series anymore. Endlessly baffling. I think it's a consequence of the fact that, like, nothing challenges them. It's similar to, like, with Steam, right? Or any monopoly, for that matter. If you're the only option, then you have no reason to be better. And if you have no reason to be better, why bother? Not that, actually, frankly, not that Steam is terrible. At least on the consumer end, Steam is really good. I was briefly tapped into the dev side of things when it was all coming out, right when the Epic Games launcher started pulling stuff. Like, yeah, you know, I've got no stake in the race, but it would of course be nice if Steam got better for the indie devs, or just devs in general. Given that I can't imagine that the overhead for running Steam is horrendous. Oh. You guys can probably it just occurred to me that you guys can probably hear me fucking around with a cookie clicker in the background. No change in queue. You love to see it. Wonder if it is possible to... Hang on a minute, It doesn't look like it. Properties, maybe? Nope. That doesn't look like it. I've been trying to figure out... Maybe it's something to do with the tracks. I would have to... But I don't know how I would tell what track what audio is on. Oh shit, it popped. Would you look at that? This is a good dungeon. If we have a decent party, it'll be even better though. I did good. I didn't. I haven't been playing much 14 in the interim anyway. I've been too busy getting annihilated randomly by pals. I did good. I didn't disable the cutscenes again, so we don't have to worry about missing any of this very, very interesting Home Depot fly-throughs. Interesting looking party, very least. Let's see, Gunbreaker, Sage, Black Mage. I'm still in walking mode. Wait, are they all Ellis? No. The Gunbreakers are here. Right? I have to know now. They're all Ellis. Oh, I turned on my macro. That's why I wasn't doing the combos. You also just noticed the single bullet. Bad omen. Out of curiosity, they are in 90 gear. They are in best in slot, or very close to it. They are in 80 gear. There's no reason we should be single pulling. Well, I don't think the tank is... Well, they are. There it is. I don't think I have their effect. I grabbed it. It's very confusing. Fairness to his tank, we can't hold it. It's locked off. If I'm being entirely honest, I'm not playing my best at the moment. Over a week away will do that to you though. I should have a halfway decent rotation going by the end of the dungeon at the very least. At the moment, the biggest issue I'm having is just that I'm not pressing the combo button hard enough. Myriad small things. No, you don't. Stand right there. I don't think we're gonna break more than 2 of these. Then again, maybe I should have more faith. Yo! Yo! Look at him go! I hit the wrong one. It's all over. No! If it doesn't break, what break was my fault. Oh my god, we did 3. That is, like, unironically impressive. Good shit, good shit. I only see 3 broken on a fucking blue moon, man. Good stuff. Come on, we can do it! Fucking go! By the way, Black Dude just getting fucked up. I really miss how this boss used to work. He used to have a really cool mechanic, but then when they went through and redid the dungeon for duty support, they like gutted him. So it used to be that he would summon these puddles, and then he would say a list of elements. And each of the puddles would be elemented fire or ice, I believe, and you would need to correctly attune yourself to be the same element he was calling out, or else you would take more damage. But alas, no such. They just got the waste of a PCB. You know, he's one of the uncommon examples where I think it was a straight downgrade after the rework. Another big one is the Midgard Somer fight at the end of Keeper of the Lake, that's what it is. I get that the fight was a little difficult to understand for like new tanks and the like, but it's so much less interesting now. Okay, tank friend. I believe in us. This healer is very good. Why are we only single pulling? I know this is like a spooky pull, but like we're not doing bad. Okay, cancel heal. Very good. Second to last pull anyway, but still. For the party this good, there's no reason that we should have been single pulling. A party that can kill 3 out of 4 pods before they open should not be single pulling. That's all. Oh, it's this one. This boss wasn't majorly changed, though. It's more or less the same. It hits like a fucking truck, though. It's mean to tank. So you can slow down to a point where you're only single pulling. You can't wait for me to finish the cutscene. I see how it is. No. When I'm in the cutscene, that's when speed is working. Are we not going to get LB2 in time? If he hits 5% and we ain't got LB2, I'm just going to LB2. Make 10%. I'm doing it now. Okay. $10 says not a single one of them's left. F. Yep, they're all gone. No, now they're all gone. Yep. Loot. Ooh, what does that look like? Oh, I've seen this before, yeah. Not a bad sword. Every now and again, I'll just see an item and I wish so badly I could make a glamour around it, but, you know, I don't even have enough glamour palette slots for the upcoming 2 jobs.
Understood. We're on our way. Lisa's unit should be advancing upon the fire control center in the command tower. Let us join them. Lise, thank the 12 you're all right.
And you. There's the control center. Let's hit them hard and fast. Ready?
They're here!
It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it?!
I gave the order to fire.
It was over! The Skulls had surrendered, no one else had to die, and you killed them! Your own people! Your own comrades!
You're right! I killed them. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn, all the rest. Trained and fought with every last one of them. Good soldiers to a man. I gave the order that led to their deaths. And I knew exactly what I was doing.
But why? Why would you do that?
They died so that all Alamegans could live free. That was all we ever wanted. We made a promise that we would do whatever it took, so that one day the Imperials would learn to accept us. But everything comes at a price. And if you haven't got the means to pay, then you pay with blood. Service guarantees citizenship, but citizenship guarantees naught. It's not enough to do your part, oh no. You have to run faster, fight harder, kill more and more and more, and only then will you be equal. That's just how it is out here in the provinces. You buy your freedom with blood. There is no other way.
Shut up! Shut your mouth! You don't get to talk about freedom! You killed your own! They trusted you, and you killed them! Murderer! Butcher! Traitor!
Oh no. Oh god. Shurigan. Whatever the Naruto thing is. Alas. I've never been able to get into Naruto.
Lise! Gotcha!
Go easy!
I know what you can do. I'll I've already seen it.
Alize!
Even so, the odds are against me.
Coward! Get back here!
I'll chase you to the ends of the earth. Has anyone made that edit? Oh, that'd be a good edit.
Hero! Lord Xenos invites you to join him for the royal hunt.
I'd make
to be
that
hosted
edit
at the palace.
if I
You
had
may
a
bring
video,
your horde, if
video,
you
video
like.
editing software.
All are welcome.
Alas. Only one I no way in fucking hell I'm paying for Adobe Premiere or some shit. Let me buy a fucking permanent license, you
She'll be
fucking
all
greedy
right,
fucks.
but we'll need to carry her. Will you help me?
The only other one I've seen that's like a free and open
Thank
source.
you. Please,
I think
I
it was
leave matters
called
here in your
Olive.
hands.
Just made my fucking head spin
Right.
on sight. So. Robot. Hello there. Well done. That thrice-damned cannon won't be troubling us again. I wonder what's going on over there. I am told one of your comrades was injured during the operation. If there is aught we can do to help, pray do not hesitate to ask. Well, we did it. Castrum Abania belongs to us now. Nago and her people took Alize to Redidia to receive treatment. Alphino tells me she'll make a full recovery. I know I should be happy. We won, and with minimal casualties, but somehow it feels empty. Right, because Fordola got away. We should report to General Aldin. Kryl wasn't here, but who knows? Maybe one of Raban's men found something which could lead us to her. Can't hurt to ask anyway. Maybe we should speak with General Aldin, just in case his men learned something about Kryl. Actually, you should talk to this guy again, just be safe. Nope. Ah! I've made a mistake. Commander Hext, fine work you did today. After Specula Imperatoris, we needed a resounding victory like this. Thanks to you, Ralger's star yet burns bright. I'm glad, I really am, but you should know that Alize was injured in the fighting. Regrettable, but I am pleased to hear that she will make a full recovery. For Dola's parting words, on the other hand, ring less favorably in my ears. But if Xenos wishes to invite us to his so-called royal hunt, then this bull would fain accept. What troubles you, Lise? Oh, it's nothing really. Just that we're almost to the end, and we've still got to save Kryl and do so much more. We'll find her soon enough. Pippin has his best men scouring the Castrum's archives as we speak. Ellipses. Listen, Lise, it will take time for us to fully occupy the Castrum and prepare to advance into the locks. While we wait, there's something I would like to show you, both of you. After all, this may be the last chance we have to catch our breath before the final push. I don't see why not. Then come with me to Redidia, or I'm just gonna keep going on that. From there, we'll need to follow another road south. Or alternatively, I can go as the crow flies. Where's my giant crow mount, SE? You know what? I'll take the jellyfish. It works. I still haven't done the fucking allied quests, actually. Fuck. I sure as hell can't do those on stream. It's a massive Endwalker spoiler. Even after all these years, it's still the same. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You deserve a proper welcome. Is Lise here? No. Captain, Lise, I brought... Is she here? Is my chocobo standing on her? No. Ah, fuck, she is here. Oh well. I brought you both here for a reason.
I wanted to show you this house. My house.
There we go.
You mean this is where you grew up?
Aye. Not much to look at, is it? Same could be said of the village. It was damn near impossible to live off the land, barren as it was, which is why so many of us traded our plowshares for swords. Swords and uniforms, mind. We became military men. Tensions were rising between Alamigo and the Empire, and there was always a need for more soldiers to watch the border. It was only a matter of time before the first skirmishes broke out. It's a frightening thing to face Magitech armor for the first time. But after a lot of trial and error, I found ways to bring them down. After a few victories, people even said I had a knack for it. And then one day they hit us. Hard. I was wounded and sent home to recover. Back here.
Will you remain silent for fear of the Mad King's vengeance? Of his eyes and ears in the shadows and his knives in the dark? You, who call this living dishonor our nation. It is but a slow death. Liberty or death? Liberty or death! If this be your creed, then raise up your hands, raise up your voices! Together we will tear Theodoric from the throne! Together we will reclaim our freedom!
Oh, shit. I punched my fucking boom arm. Christ. Fucking Ilbert. So, did he carve that into the wall with his bare hand? Because they're like,
Send you home to
how
mend,
hasn't it been washed away by now?
Aye, sir. Garlean's got the better of us. The chirurgeons say I'm healing well, so it won't be long now.
If it was just like
Liberty or
chalk
death, is it?
or mud or something,
Tell me, soldier, what do you think those words mean?
or even most varieties of ink or paint, it's been like 20 years.
We must needs be willing to die for liberty.
Spoken like a true patriot. But liberty should not be the end in of itself.
At the very least, it's been 10 years.
Liberty is a chance to build something better. A stronger, more prosperous home for our people. It's not quick or easy work, and it is never truly finished. But if you neglect it, then sooner or later, you look up to find you've traded one tyrant for another.
Well, sir, I've never asked for much. Never wanted to live like a king, just wish it were a little bit easier is all. For me and everyone else. And I'm willing to die for that, if that's what it takes.
Dying is easy, soldier. Living is harder. Rest, mend. Regain your strength. You'll need it in the days to come. And mayhap one day we will need it too.
I guess it does
Conrad
look a little
chose you
worn.
as his successor, Lees.
I don't know,
I will
man.
not
Like,
gainsay his decision.
I don't think it should still be there after over a decade. That's all.
Liberty.
It does
or death.
rain here, you know?
Those were Curtis's words and his creed. Will you swear by your father's creed before your comrades and the gods?
Liberty or death. That's all you can hope for in war. Father understood that. And you want to know if I do too. I swear to you, here and now, I will fight until the end. Be it liberty or be it death. But the freedom we win must be for every Alamegan, even ones like Fordola, though they may hate us, and the Enanta, though they may fear us. We'll fight, and we'll talk, and we'll find a way to make it work for all of us. Compared to all that, retaking our home will seem like the easy part.
A good oath. And there is naught else to say. You are indeed your father's daughter.
Liberty or death? Has it really been? Yeah, 20 years! 20 years! No fucking shot that'd still be there. Anyway. Has it really been 20 years since he wrote those words? Probably not. It's probably been, like, repainted at least 2 or 3 times. Or else it would not be there. Even a blind man could see that Lise wasn't herself, not that I don't understand. To be thrust into a position of authority under such circumstances, to be made responsible for the lives of so many, it isn't easy, and when you see your friends get cut down before your eyes, it only gets harder. I'll wager she thought Alize was dead for a moment back there. 'Tis one thing to risk your life for a cause, but to risk that for that of another is a burden no soldier is ever truly ready to shoulder. The fear, the guilt, it weighs on her, and that's good. It will make her a better commander. But first, she needs to learn to carry it, to not let it break her, to remember that some causes are worth fighting for. Liberty or death. Her father's words gave me strength once, mayhap they'll do the same for her now. Right then, I've said enough. The two of you can head back. I mean to stay a bit longer. I understand. He's been away for a long time, and he probably wants to be alone for a while. Let's head back to Radiata. Goodness. It's the R's. It's something about the R's. The R's get me more than most things. One must wonder. No, it's not there. Wait, am I the only one who feels like I'm being watched? I don't know if it's the Imperials or bandits, but I know there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest, and I'll head northeast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Seven Howls, he's seen us, sought it. Dead's as good as alive to the Imperials. Hang on. No, wait. Nope. Wrong button. Here we go. There we go. Anyway. Yes, 3 ruffians are going to fight the Killer of Gods. 100%. They attacked you too, didn't they? I had no choice. They're Alamegan, not even conscripts by the look of them, barely adults. In fact, some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember. They're from Redidia. They must have seen us when we were looking for Stark. They probably thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed, oh gods, Alize and Alfino could be in danger too. We have to get back to Redidia and find Nago. For some reason, I don't think random civilians are really gonna put up much of a fight against any given Scion. Any given Scion, including fucking Alfino and Alize. Even Alize, who's in, like, bad shape right now. What's all this about? You two look ready for a fight. We were ambushed by villagers outside of Redidia, and thought that they might try to attack you too. Are you alright? We're fine. The twins are at Stark's. Alize was asleep last I checked. I'm sorry. Did you say you were ambushed by villagers, not soldiers? Did they not see what we just did to Castrum and Abania? Goddamn fools. Lys, or Intel, we overheard you talking. The ones that attacked you, they were young, less than 20 summers. Aye, I thought so. It's always the young ones, the ones who have only ever known the occupation. They're the ones you've got to look out for. See, the only decent work to be found in Redidia is for the Imperials, and everyone knows it. Children grow up knowing it, and they have it pounded into their skulls that the best that they can hope for is to serve an Imperial officer. Bloody fools. If everything they've seen us accomplish, they ought to be begging to fight for the resistance, not against us. They've been living in the shadow of a Castrum their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. You get some who can't wait to spit in a soldier's eye, but they get beaten for their trouble or worse. Even so. And the ones that don't fight back, but refuse to beg, well, they just starve. Beat the dog that bites his master's hand and ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding, see? In the end, the ones that learn to abide are the ones that survive. Now, you may say that's all about to change, and I believe you, many here do. But a young man or woman who grew up only knowing what he knows has got every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to if it comes to it, but remember that. The sooner we liberate Alamigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then can we show these youths that things do not have to be this way. Only then will they know what it means to live free. We're going to build a new home for ourselves, together, a better home than they've ever known. I can imagine how you must feel, but I want you to know that many of us here are grateful for what you did at Abania. I'll never get used to it, killing my own countrymen. In the heat of battle, it's either you or them, but after, when you've had time to think about what you've done. Westernmost, don't stand on top of Elfino. Thank you. Alize will make a full recovery, but I doubt she will be well enough to take to the field again before this is over. Didn't want to pay her a VA, I guess. I've been thinking, if Alize needs more time to heal, maybe we should move her to Ralger's Reach. She can receive much better care there, after all. Our infirmary is probably the best place for her, short of sending her to Granania. Indeed, and given that Mistress Woe... Sorry. Okay, I'm back. And given what Mrs. Woad has told us, I would rather she did not remain here. Then it's settled. Nago, go and see about getting us a carriage and an escort. Alphino, you should get your sister ready for the journey. Arentel, would you mind going on ahead and telling Orella that we're on our way? I want a bed waiting for Alize when she arrives. Thanks. Must seem strange seeing me doling out orders, but not half as strange as it feels to do it, let me tell you. Bird. They'll learn what it means to live free. We'll teach them. Together. Man, I'm looking forward to Shadowbringers. If for no other reason than getting a full expansion on my main. Deafening Glare. What a fucking solid name. Oh, no, wait. There we are. Do you require assistance? Very well. We will make ready to receive the patient at once. Give me a hand, would you? They're all crisp and freshly laundered. We're here. Is everything in order? Right. We're bringing her in. Honestly, Alphino, you needn't have gone to all this trouble. What can I say? It seemed a good way to discourage you from limping off to battle when my back was turned. Listen to Orella, please. You need your rest. I know. Any news of Kryl she'll be cross if you make her wait too long, as will I. Ha, a chilling prospect indeed. I'll find her, sister, and I'll fight twice as hard for both of us. They're good together when they're not at each other's throats. I miss that feeling. Arntel, I have a favor to ask. Would you mind waiting outside for me? I won't be a moment. It's the scene from the trailer.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Well, what do you think? I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but in a traditional sort of way, Ida wore it whenever she could. Not that I'm pretending to be her or anything. Not again. It's just... if this is the last battle we fight to free Alamigo, then she ought to be a part of it.
It suits you.
It's nice of you to say so. And a bit embarrassing. But mostly nice. Anyway, the real reason I asked you here was to sneak in a warm-up before the final battle. There's this place I know where monks used to spar as part of their training. Care to join me?
Maybe we got a little carried away, but you have to admit that was fun. Thank you, Arentel. You're the best kind of friend, the kind that's not afraid to knock some sense into you. Now that Alizé is settled in, it's time we rejoin the fight. Though, actually, maybe you and Alfino should go on ahead without me. I need to talk strategy with the officers, and that might take a while. This is the first time I've visited Ralger's Reach since taking over from Conrad, so we have a few things to discuss. Don't worry, I won't be far behind. I just want to... Oh, I'm going that way anyway. Would you look at that? I was going to see if I could talk to Alizé. It occurs to me... Okay, I'm going to check something after I'm done talking. I wonder if you can check in with your Stola at the Rising Stones. Probably not, but it's worth a look. I should have been there with you to the end, if only I hadn't been so reckless. Ah, there you are. What was it that Lise wanted of you? A sparring match on the Destroyer's very palm. I would have liked to have seen that. But she is right. We have lingered here long enough, and I'm ready to depart when you are. Take care, you two. Don't do anything I wouldn't. And you had better not rise from that bed until you were given express permission to do so. Oriange will be paying you a visit soon, and he is already worried enough as it is. We have a long road ahead of us. Lead the way, Arentel. Joke's on you. I'm going to the Rising Stones. Will they be there? Almost certainly not. I still want to check though. It would be such a neat little detail. No. Doesn't look like it. Tataru is still in Kugane. No. Oh well. Maybe you'll say something about it. Oh, well, there is new dialogue. I cannot well express how our Doman comrades reacted to the news of their homeland's liberation. They were saddened to hear of the castle's destruction, but they understood that it was in service to a greater purpose. Lady Ugiri told us all, thank you, Arentel, 1,000 times thank you. Free at last, free at last. Never did I think I would live to see this day. The look on Home's face when he learned of Doma's liberation, the mere thought of it moves me to tears. After so much death and destruction, the world is turned upside down, but my people are free. The feeling is beyond words. Doma, Doma, glory to Lord Heian, to the Scions, and to you, my friend. Okay, now my curiosity is absolutely fucking peaked. Let's go talk to some of the notable NPCs who are just hanging around Revenant's Toll, because I'm sure they'll have something to say too. Not you, or any of you. Yeah, no. No. Maybe Slaftborn would have something to say, but I kind of doubt it. Aren't they? Yeah. Nope. Rude. For an age, I felt as if time would stop for me. Oh, that's interesting. Her dialogue appears to be permanently stuck as what happens when you finish the Alchemist quest line now. Huh. Well, my curiosity is sated. Back to Castrum Abania. I suppose I should have checked Castrum Oriens or Occidens or hang on, Oriens, but eh. Occidens is the one in Linasia, right? I think so. No, that's Marianum. Which one is Occidens? I'm not looking it up. Never mind. Not worth it. Is Occidens the MSQ one? No, that's Mariana, right? Hang on. Yeah, no, it's Mariana. I don't think there's any. I'm running out of time. Well, or is Occidens? No, that's a Fuminus. I don't know. Maybe that's where you fight Rithian. You returned. How fares your sister elf now? Her rapier wit remains undulled, for better or for worse. Have there been any developments in her absence? I am proud to say that Castrum Abania is now wholly under our control. At present, we are taking stock of the enemy supplies and redistributing them amongst our men. Also, while sifting through the officer's documents, we learned that a unit of skulls under Fordola's command passed through the Castrum en route to the capital with a single prisoner in their custody. Kryl, it has to be her. In all likelihood, yes. You will be glad to hear that the tunnel leading to the locks has been secured by our soldiers and is now safe for travel. And one final piece of good news. Reinforcements from all 4 Alliance nations have arrived and joined the main host, which has established a new base of operations within the locks. Commander Hext should be arriving soon, yes? When she does, we will call a meeting to discuss the final stage of Ralger's Beacon. Sorry for keeping you all waiting. An Alamegan folk dress, how very fitting, and well-fitting, I might add. I wanted to do something for Yida and myself. This is it. The last push. We're coming, Kryl. Ah, my headphones. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't do that. Stop. Alright, we're okay. Can I lock the scene? Lock. Okay, we're good now. Very fitting
I
weather.
remember my father's
I wonder if it's
words,
scripted.
how they rang in my ears as we left Castrum Abania behind and looked out over the locks before us. Comrades brave and true, they had come from all across Eorzea to stand with us, to stand against oppression and tyranny. 20 years the Empire had ruled us, but no longer. Liberty or death. Liberty or death.
Ere we begin, I would say to you as a proud son of Alamigo that I am grateful to each and every one of you for your part in this endeavor.
Advance. Thank you. It wasn't accepting my clicks. Probably because I had to get through the pre-assigned animation.
To the heart of the matter. The enemy appears content to remain within the city walls and await the inevitable siege. Open conflict has been sporadic thus far. Whether Xenos is biding his time until reinforcements arrive, or attempting to bait us into a trap, none can say. We know better than to trust his word.
Regardless, we can ill afford to present Garlemald with a chance to ready her legions. It would be in our best interest to press for a swift resolution.
A long siege wouldn't be good for the people in the city either. If food becomes scarce, you know who'll starve first.
Just so. Therefore, I propose we commit our forces to an all-out assault. What say you? Twould seem we are of one mind. Then let us proceed to the how of it. The Immortal Flames will form the vanguard, supported by the archers and the conjurers of the Order of the Twin Adder, under the Elder Seedseer's command. Once the main host has cleared a path to the walls, we will bring forward the artillery of the Maelstrom and the Temple Knights. I would have your cannons pound the gates and punch a hole right through the middle of their defenses.
What about the resistance?
Your part will be to occupy the residential district and keep civilians out of harm's way. The people are more like to trust their own.
Of course. You can count on us.
Remember that there is a second entrance to the city proper there. If all goes to plan, we will have secured 2 points of entry. Once both objectives are complete, we press on into the city, surround the palace, and hunt down Xenos. As for the Scions, you will be held in reserve as an irregular unit until we have more intelligence on your captured comrade. Kryle's rescue will be your primary concern, but I dare say we'll find a use for you once her freedom has been secured.
Thank you, General. I pray we find her quickly.
Rhalga's beacon nears its end. Soon, my friends, Alamigo will be ours once more.
A storm of blood fast approaches. Hell's open, heavens weep. The end is in sight. It has been a long time coming. The battle for Castrum Abania was brutal, but the one for Alamigo will be unlike any we have ever known. I don't know you. The smell of salt water in the air here reminds me of home. I find it quite comforting. Most of the Alamegans in the residential district are on, so I doubt we'll have to deal with many Imperial sympathizers. Cotter built those walls to give shelter to his brothers and sisters, and now our people's freedom rests on us tearing them down. The stage is set and the players are assembled. Eorzea has come at last to drive the invaders from her lands. What would Grandfather say if he were with us here today? Let's find out! Swaps to a summoner. Enters Phoenix phase. For all our other accomplishments, Kryle remains in the hands of our enemy, and I will find myself wondering if I could have done more. Though we know now that she was taken to the city, we have found nothing which might tell us where she is being held. You could just ask me. Thancred, what have you learned? I shall spare you the particulars of my infiltration and simply state that I have seen her with my own eyes. She's being held within the residential district, south of the city proper. I tracked her to the ruins of an old temple of the Fist of Rhalgar, within which the Imperials have constructed a research facility. A research facility? What manner of research? Why? Methods to imbue Garleans with the power to manipulate Aether, in pursuit of which goal their scientists have, I'm sorry to report, performed many questionable experiments on living subjects. What? Calm down, Alphino. We've already been tasked with securing the Almegan Quarter. This just gives us reason to do it faster. I entered and exited the facility by stowing aboard Imperial transports, but that method is not suitable for a larger force. And it goes without saying that a direct assault on the rather substantial main gates would be ill-advised. I think I might know someone who can help. One of my men, he had an idea about how to get into the city. Actually, it might be best if I let him explain it himself. It's been a while. I'll not take offense if you don't remember. Might even be glad of it. Elegana, am I right? Aye, Whiskar is the name. I was raised in the Peaks, but my mum grew up in the city. Any road. I reckon we can get inside the Almegan Quarter by way of Loch Seld. What? How? It was a story my mum told us, which made me think of it. She was always going on about what life was like when she was a girl. See how they. Sorry, just a moment. Sorry about that. Got a phone call. Had to answer it. We're back though. See how they used to have to boil the water from the well before they could drink it, since it was full of salt. They were drawing salt water from the locks, which means that there must be an underwater tunnel or something. Aye, that's it. But it won't be as simple as going for a swim. The well was closed, see? Apparently Theodoric decided one day he wanted to control the water supply and forbade water trading. So even if you come up through it, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of a locked gate. At the time, my grandfather, being an enterprising sort, befriended a guard and lifted the key from his belt. He made a copy and carried on selling water until the Imperials invaded, and he ended up working at the Sultry. In short, we need your grandfather's key, assuming he still has it. I'm certain he does, and I can take you to him, but it'll be dangerous. Don't you worry about that. We're used to too dangerous. Nago and Arnvald will assemble a squadron while the rest of us go and get that key. Had I judged it possible to rescue her myself, I would have. But there were too many guards, too many ways it could have ended badly. I knew at once I would need your help. Hold on, Kryl, we're coming. We couldn't have had more than a few days training when the Imperials attacked the Reach. But I've seen my share of combat since. I may be no hero like you, but I can hold my own against Imperial regulars. You'll see. Yeah, I'm sorry, Bird. You gotta go. We're scanning on top of NPCs. Nefer told me about your time in Alagana, how a certain someone gave you a piece of his mind when you first met. Try not to hold it against him. I mean, maybe? If there's a chance we can rescue Kryl, I want to be involved. I owe her that much. Yeah, you're saying nothing new. I think that might have been what Arenvald said before as well. But let's not waste any more time then, shall we? My mom said the granddad kept the key with him at all times as a lucky charm. If he hasn't got it, then, well... Then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ready, Arantel? We may have to deal with a few Imperial patrols, or worse. Or, you know, we could just break the gate down. I doubt it's a particularly sturdy gate. Even if it is sturdy, you know. The Sultry's not far. Follow me. We're not gonna have to fight those goblins, are we? Like, I'm all for fighting goblins, but like, no, we're for fighting the fucking goblins. I don't want to be here all day. Come with me, over here. We're here, but this isn't right. Where is everyone? Word of the Alliance's advance has surely reached their ears. Mayhap they sought refuge elsewhere. We should search the buildings for clues. The crumbling masonry appears to have lain undisturbed for some time. barrel appears to have recently been filled with fish packed in salt. Someone had hard work less than a week ago. Or what was hard at work less than a week ago. The pot is filled to the brim with salt from the logs. The lumber appears to have lain undisturbed for some time. What am I missing? I keep seeing the obsidian carbuncle and thinking that it's a point of interest. No, nothing there. Like, I know where we're supposed to be going, but, what I know is largely irrelevant, because I can't find the fucking... Oh, here we go. Clear device. The Magitech device suddenly springs to life, flashing brightly and emitting a shrill sound. It's a trap. Alright. Which one of these triggered the obvious trap on your guard? Magitech drones approaching. They have a half dozen, Arntel. Keep Whisker alive, would you? How the unit doesn't help here. Jesus Christ, Whisker, what are you up to? Look at me. Whisker, turn off your frickin' tank stance. Or at least use some frickin' mitigation, my man.
Away with you!
What was that? Oh, yay. We're still looking for clues. Wahoo. Tattered diary. Why couldn't we see that on the ground before we got assaulted by Magitech? In the wake of the ambush, you find a diary belonging to a labor. The last entry makes mention of a plan to take shelter in the Sawi Monastery. The Sawi Monastery, that's to the south. I'll lead the way. Not after that ambush, you won't. It's too dangerous. Arntel, we'll follow you. Keep your eyes peeled for more Magitech. Look, Magitech. Look. I don't. Is that Magitech or is that a beetle? In either event, we're not fucking with it. Look, more Magitech. We're going to aggro none of it, if at all possible. Don't look at me, I'm not here, don't look at me. Don't turn around. Fight. That was a ninja! I could walk right past him. Very slowly, but I could do it. I'm probably gonna aggro that toad. I didn't aggro the toad, I'm impressed. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Aggro the toad. Shit. And they fucking alpha no aggro the goddamn Magitech. That was going so well. Monastery is just past that gate. Keep going. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight the toad either. Don't turn around. Magitech Gorilla. So something tall, dark, and imperial appears to be blocking this entrance. God damn it! I don't think that there's a way around. We'll just have to go through him. Look, I think those two devices are shield generators. I'll keep the machine occupied until we can check the story generators before it rips my head off. Right, let me stack the goal and we're gonna get up to 5. 5 stacks. He won't be getting up after that. No, let's find our man. This is it. This is the monastery. They have to be around here somewhere. What? It's me, Whiskar, your grandson. Whiskar, by Ralgar. Is that really you? Oh, it's good to see you alive and well, lad. But who are these other ones? The resistance, Granddad. My comrades in arms. She told you all about my thumbing my nose at the Mad King, did she? Yeah, daft sods never caught me neither. It wasn't much, but it was my way of rebelling against his rule. Glad to see you've got higher aspirations, making our family proud. I will, I swear. Ralgar is my witness. We should go. Arnvold and the others are waiting. If I were 10 years younger, but I'm not. Look after my grandson. I'll make him proud. I'll make them all proud. You're gonna fucking die, aren't you? The revolutionary spirit runs in the family, I see. I don't remember if he dies or not. Stop. Thank you. I was worried when he wasn't at the sultry, but we found him in the end. Now that we've got the key, it's time to find that underwater tunnel. We'll need to dive into the locks and look for a tunnel leading beneath the residential district. That should be no problem for Arantel and me, thanks to the Kojin's blessing. But for the rest of you, I'll have you know that I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. I think it best that I support Monago in Arnwold's unit. Alright, you can't swim. I am aware of that, thank you, but it is neither here nor there, given that I lack both the Kojin's blessing and Thancred's preternatural lung capacity. Right then, of course, I didn't mean anything by it, nothing at all. So, Arntel, Thancred, and me, let's head to the water's edge. Alphino and Whiskar can rejoin the others and wait outside the gates for us to let them in. You would be surprised what skills an urchin can pick up in a city of pirates. A knack for selling selling fine leather, waistcoats being one, or a knack for selling fine leather waistcoats. God damn it, being one. Uh-oh. More things on my phone. Hello. Sorry about that. This looks like as good a place as any. Ere you dive into the briny deep. Ahoy! Ariane, what are you doing here? Master Alphino informed me of your plan, and thus did I hasten to your side. When Mistress Alize unfolded to me the tale of her defeat, I was much intrigued by the apparent ease with which Fordola, a theretofore unexceptional warrior, defeated my lady's every attempt to do her harm. After some few days of deliberation, I subsequently contrived what I believed to be a solution to the problem and of her preternatural prescience. 'Twas in hopes of furnishing you with the fruits of my labor that I came. Wait, isn't that Moonbrida's... Her etheric siphon formed the basis for my design. Should my hypothesis prove correct, you need but activate it in her presence. To say more would endanger the plan, for ignorance is your shield. It was Moonbrida's time, if not yours, my friends. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal and return. Will you... We will, for you and for her. Right, I'm going in. Follow me. Alright, everyone, set a timer for 10 minutes. We're going to see if Thinker dies. There we go, timer. 10 minutes. Let's go. If I'm in the water for 10 minutes, then I'm playing the game wrong. Given that I know precisely where I'm going. Okay, timer set. I could mount up, couldn't I? Where is Thancred? Or is he further in already? Thancred is making a fucking beeline for the right spot. The tunnel leads east. Thancred's already gone ahead. Let's not keep him waiting. Oh, he's just making a fucking beeline. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Only like 2 minutes, give or take. which is a reasonably normal, like, max duration for holding your breath. And I didn't even mount up. Could have been faster. That tunnel was much longer than anticipated. I would rather not make the trip again if it's all the same commute. Ooh, that was fun. Yes, tremendous fun. Who needs a beastman's blessing anyway? I still can't believe you managed to hold your breath the entire time. It felt like we were down there for hours. Anyway, it's time we let our friends in. Once we head up these stairs, we'll need to make our way to the main gates, which are somewhere to the west of here. Forgive me for stating the obvious, but it bears repeating that until we open the gate, we three are on our own. It would be in our best interest to avoid guards and easily startled small folk. Obviously, but once our guests have arrived, we'll be free to head towards the research facility where trial is being held as loudly as we like. Since you've been here before, will you lead the way? Of course, but I will move quickly, so see that you do not fall behind. Nothing left to say then, but let's get to it. That time, yeah, moving on. All set, Arntel? Follow my leads, stay close and quiet. Wait, patrol. Let them pass. Monk guess, moving on. All clear, with me. Sentry, get the cover and I'll deal with it. Go turn. If Castrum, Abania is fallen, there's nothing to stop them from all part of the Viceroy's plan, probably. Whoop. And none were the wiser. Let us press on. Imperial soldier dead ahead. Here we are. One more sentry. Give me pleasant dreams. Arntel, look for a lever or a winch. We will guard the rear. Winch, which I will spin. Oh no, there's a handle. Okay. Hell's open, heaven's sweep. Alphino, can you hear me? The gates are open. Our friends are ready and eager to engage the Imperials. Then let us lead them to it and head for the facility. Do the slot, liberty or death. Remember the reach. Remember the towers. Attack. Oh, Thaker's fucking booking it. Insurgents here. Sound the alarm. A lot more than just us. You know what? I kind of wish, just a little bit, like a small thing, I kind of wish that Samurai worked like Monk in that you could transition from your AoE into a single target. At the same time, like the stance system is about the most distinct thing about one. So, yeah. They know we're coming. Make ready, my friends. This is a fun fight. I like this instance. I reckoned you lot would come, but I didn't think you'd have the nerve to break the bloody doors down. Makes no difference to me, though. Time to die. I can do that. That's I think I think Monk gets that at a 80, or is it earlier? Fucking Anatma, like its most useless ability. So many things that Anatma could do from Anatma. I'd have to look at it.
I can read your every move.
Oh, there it is. Get wrecked! I got the roll. No one else died. Stay down. He uses the cycle again. I did use it again. Okay, I'm gonna give Reese a hand with this fucking popping.
I'll cut you to pieces!
There we go. Get where you can go.
If only you knew the power.
I also have the Echo. How do you think I'm dodging all your fucking AoEs? Not here, not now, not to you. Hit her again. One more time for good measure.
No. Not after everything. I cannot lose. I will not.
Oh, but you will! Without your tricks, you're nothing! Conrad, Mefrid, your own comrades! I should kill you here and now for what you did! But there's no place for that kind of justice here. Not in my Alamigo.
Oh, how very bloody noble of you. Why, you'll pardon me my sins, will you? After you and your freedom fighters come and tear down everything we've worked so hard to build? We were fighting for our people's freedom.
You're slaves to a tyrant! There's no freedom in that!
Now, my friend! Croyle!
Alphino? I knew you'd come.
Touching as this moment is, it will have to wait. We should rejoin the main force at once. Lise!
I'm taking her back with us, alive. She's going to answer for what she's done.
Listen to you, talking like you've already won. Xenos is gonna tear you apart. He commands a power, echoing that of the Icons.
Echoing? The Echo?
What are you talking about?
The hunt, you stupid cow. I'm talking about the hunt. He said you'd come, and here you are, his willing prey. You and your friends are dead, just like mine. And all our misery, all our sacrifice, it was all for naught!
No! You're gonna live long enough to see us win our freedom. I promise you that.
May I live 1,000 years.
Interrogations can wait. Let us be off.
Saved once more by Urian J's ingenuity, I look forward to learning why it was so imperative that we remain ignorant of the device's precise function. They used medicines to keep me in a torpor for much of my time. I fear I am still recovering from their effects, but I will be fine. I will. We're relieved to have finally found her, though our greatest challenge yet lies ahead of us. On the eve of this final battle, I find myself overcome with joy. We could not have saved her without everyone's help. Thancred, Lise, Urian J, and of course you. But yes, there's still much and more to be done. I should be very interested to learn the meaning of Fordola's ominous words, for one. Ta-da! Torpor and Alphino again. Actually, is Lisa around here? Doesn't look like it. Lys is gone to deliver Fordola into the custody of the Alliance, leaving Minago and her men to hold the residential district and stand ready. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates and commenced their assault, the Resistance forces will push through the entrance here and join the fray. In that case, I will remain here. My search for Kryl took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with their defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. Understood. I shall instruct Arnvold and his unit to render support as well. They were tasked with securing the Aetheray, as I recall. With me, Arntel. It is far, far too early to celebrate. Xenos is not finished with us yet. Kryl is safe and the Alamegan quarter secure. We could not have hoped for a better outcome. I didn't know what had become of Arnvold and the others after I was taken. Such a relief to see them hale and healthy. This Aetheryte is perhaps the most strategically important landmark here, as it can serve as a gateway for attuned troops with sufficient anima. Such tactics are not without their risks, however. Were the Imperials to discover that the Aetheryte was being used in such a fashion, they might turn their artillery upon us, destroying the beacon and the better part of a district at the cost of countless civilian lives. Gods, Kryl, it's so good to see you. I feared the worst. It wasn't your fault. You saved me, all of you. Thank you. We will be departing shortly for Porta Praetoria to rejoin the main host. Arnvold, I would have your unit remain here with Thanker that you might support the Resistance troops in the coming battle. Understood. We won't let you down. I trust you will refrain from doing anything I would not. We are both far too young to die. Right. No noble sacrifices. Got it. Arntel, Kryl, let us be off then. Thank the 12. She's all right. I don't know what I would have done. Back to Raban. I actually had almost tried to attune to that Aetheryte. Despite the fact that I've been attuned to that Aetheryte for like 3 years now. You love to see it. Here? Nope. The matron smiles upon us to stay with the safe return of you and your captured Conrad. Such tidings are sure to raise the men's spirits. Well done securing the residential district. Alamigo is nearly ours.
The heroes of the hour. Not content with securing the residential district, you gifted me an Imperial commander. What are you after, a medal?
I wouldn't mind one.
The work is its own.
I wouldn't
reward,
mind being able to rank up.
I must say,
Kinda
however,
nice.
that Fordola's claims were not a little disturbing. What manner of power could Xenos have acquired that might equal an icon?
Might she speak of our missing Omega?
Maybe.
Very possibly. The Empire's fondness for comparable Allagan technologies is exceedingly well documented. Have we made any progress with our own investigation?
None. The search goes on in earnest, but Cid has thus far found nothing of note. Mayhap the Garleans beat us to it. If they were working desperately to repair the machine, that might explain their decision to remain within their walls.
Ah, Lys. I trust you surrendered Fordola into custody without incident. We were just discussing the Pilot's claims.
About Xenos and his newfound powers. She hasn't said a word on the subject since we rescued Kryl. Even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Mayhap I can offer some insight into her claims, or at least into the facility and the experiments they conducted during my time there. Though my memories of the period are somewhat muddled, there are a few things I remember with painful clarity.
Thancred told us only that Fordola had undergone some manner of treatment.
Yes. It is a place wholly dedicated to the creation of enhanced beings, whom they refer to as the Resonant. As I understand it, the process aims to imbue a test subject with the qualities of an individual with demonstrated magical aptitude. This entails the mechanical extraction and transfusion of some manner of primordial essence.
So that's how Fordola improved so fast. I knew there had to be something. She wasn't half as strong or quick to predict my attacks when we first met. If it weren't for Oriange's siphon thingy, I really don't think we'd have beaten her.
My humble scheme asked far more in the execution than it required in the conception, I do assure thee.
Oh, you've got to stop doing that.
In calling upon Lady Alisaie after her defeat, I was most intrigued to learn of the apparent effortlessness with which Fordola countered her attacks. 'Twas as if she knew the blade's destination ere its journey began. A most impressive feat under any circumstances, but an almost miraculous one when considered in the context of Fordola's unfamiliarity with my lady's arts. How then could she so perfectly predict an unknown opponent's every move? After much deliberation, I surmised that Fordola may be possessed of a preternatural ability to divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether and to instinctively react. To employ a metaphor, one might say that she was attuned to the whispers of my Lady Alisaie's soul.
Wait, have you not just described a manifestation of the Echo?
I had no conclusive proof. The available anecdotal evidence suggested only that Fordola was uncommonly sensitive to etheric fluctuations, and 'twas this which led me to develop my stratagem. I would fashion a device with the capacity to generate a massive disruption in the surrounding ether. If, as I suspected, Fordola's senses were indeed questing for the most minor of oscillations, the shock of exposure to a more amplitudinous etheric waveform would be akin to a debilitating bout of ether sickness.
How ingenious. I note that the success of your plan hinged on your device's wielder remaining ignorant of its purpose, lest Fordola divine your intent.
Indeed so, Master Alphino. All things considered, 'twas a most fortuitous outcome.
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Oriange is correct, that would mean these Resonant have been granted the power of the Echo via artificial means. A sobering thought, to say the least, and one which makes me wonder what else Xenos has in store.
Whatever the Viceroy's newfound powers, I know of none better equipped to face him. And face him you must. For there is now but one path forward, and it leads straight to Alamigo.
And it's not as if we came unprepared. We've got all our friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now I feel like we could take on anyone and win. And I mean anyone.
Nevertheless, let us proceed with all due caution.
Well, no one's saying we shouldn't be cautious. Though maybe I was getting a bit carried away. Right, I'd best get back to the residential district. Thancred and the Resistance forces are waiting.
It is time we join the main host. Kryl, in light of your recent ordeal, might I suggest that you remain with the rearguard for now?
Oh, if you insist. Just this once.
I mean, like Kryl has any, like, combat expertise. Imagine Kryl as a combat job, right? I must admit, my Lominsan counterpart's enthusiasm is infectious. I find that I, too, am eager to see this so-called male strike firsthand. As I said, there is but one path forward. We take El Amigo, and with it, Xenos' head. I can't wait to see Marshal Slafierswin in action. His Mal's strike is the stuff of legends. I prithee proceed with the utmost caution, Arentel. If there be truth in Fordola's words, and the Viceroy is indeed possessed of a power echoing that of the Icons, then still greater strength shall be required to bring about his defeat. Police? No luck. If I may, General, is there aught Arentel and I can do to assist with final preparations? I'm glad you asked. Pippin informed me moments ago that all forces are in position and that we are ready to commence the assault. Naught remains but to notify the Alliance commanders. If you've no objections, I would be glad to have you do the honors, Captain. You were instrumental in the success of Operation Archon, you helping bring an end to the Dragonsong War. And you helped bring an end to the Dragonsong War. You are a hero to the people and a symbol of hope. Some might judge it an empty gesture, or worse, a waste of your talents, but I know it would mean much to everyone here. Xenos has never cared a whit for politics. He lives for war and war alone. Kill him, or he will kill you. That you should be the one to bring me word. By the Fury, it is good to see you, my friend. You, who stood with us in our direst hour, will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen and to me. Though Ishgard's debt can never be repaid, it is my hope that our deeds this day shall go some way to redressing the balance. Several times you defended our gates. Let us return the favor by demolishing theirs. No, they're all down. Kane-sama. The Elder Seer saw fit to grant me mercy at Cartno. Perhaps, if the opportunity allows, we may offer the same to my former comrades. But if not, then so be it. All is ready? Very well. Though many will fall in the coming battle, how many more shall know liberty for their sacrifice? There is a time for peace and a time for war. Even the matron understands this. We who have received of hers and the elemental's blessing go now to stand for Eorzea and her children. Matron, forgive us for what we must do. 'Tis rare these days that I am granted leave to take the field. Mayhap I should have brought my mask. It's time then. Though this is not my theater of choice, we will play our part. Our cannons care not either way. The battery has sunk enough ships to fill a fleet. It is not like to be bested by a gate. They are fine gates, no doubt, and they will make fine slag. It is done, then? Thank you, Captain, for humoring an old bull. Maelstrom, Adder, and Ishgardian forces are in position, General. Resistance forces in the Elmegan Quarter are ready and await our signal. Not left to do, but the deed itself. I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today. We will begin next stream with the siege on El Amigo. But until next time, until I stream again, have a good one all.